All right, here we go.
Game. With under 2 minutes to play in the fourth quarter of the 2018 NFC
saw this
Championship game between the New Orleans Saints and the Los Angeles Rams, the score was tied 20-20. Drew Brees and the squad faced the critical 3rd and 10 from the LA 13-yard line. Brees found his wide receiver Tommy Lee Lewis on a wheel route. Lewis would have at least had the first down and probably a touchdown had he caught the pass. So Rams cornerback nickel Roby Coleman decided to just lay out Lewis to prevent him from making the catch.
Watch this.
Watching it live, it was clearly defensive pass interference, and the Saints would be in.
No, that the man just explained. That is clear. What we call pass interference, which we call PI. Now, he hit the person illegally. That Roby hit the wide receiver illegally, right? Because when he hit him illegally, the ball had not even reached the wide receiver. The ball had not. He hadn't collected the ball yet. You can only touch a player once the ball has touched his hands. Once the ball touches his hands or any part of his body, then you can lay him out. The ball had not even got to him, and he let the wide receiver out. And the referees, the Betfred refs, did not throw a flag, which was a clear penalty. They were filming. Silent coach, they were filming. Which is, and that's what I said about the rigged shit. That was rigged. That's Betfred, yeah. So that one there, definitely
prime position
rigged.
To either run out the clock and kick the game-winning field goal or score a touchdown. Except
what's their reaction?
The flag never came.
Look at their reaction.
All 73,000 Saints fans in attendance let the refs know how they felt about the missed call, as did New Orleans head coach Sean Payton. His team was forced to settle for a field goal and left enough time for the Rams to drive down the field and kick a field goal of their own to send the game into overtime, where LA would win and punch their ticket to the Super Bowl. Roby Coleman later said, "Yes, I got there too early. I was beat and I was trying to save the touchdown." Well, he ended up saving his team's season and temporarily changing the NFL. It was such an egregious missed call that the league implemented a new rule the following season, where teams could challenge plays involving potential pass interference. Additionally, a judge in Louisiana ordered Roger Goodell and 3 officials to testify over the no call. An attorney filed suit over the game seeking $75,000 in damages to be donated to charity. Super Bowl III. The Baltimore Colts came into Super Bowl III as heavy favorites against the New York Jets.
Old school.
The Colts were 13-1 and had only
this is the Baltimore Colts I was telling you about
once all season as they were led by league MVP Earl Morrall. Morrall and his Colts were upset by the Jets 16-7 as Morrall completed just 6 of his 17 passes and threw 3 interceptions. It seemed as though the Colts had intentionally thrown the game.
That's
You're
right.
Probably wondering, why would a team ever intentionally lose in the Super Bowl? But there are actually a couple of theories explaining why. Some people believe that the Colts were paid off to not put forth any effort to help make the AFL look legitimate, because at that time there were 2 separate leagues, the National Football League, NFL, and the American Football League, AFL. By making the AFL seem more competitive after 2 blowout losses in the first 2 Super Bowls, they could come together and...
This is why you like saying the managers phone up and...
Right. See, you just heard what the narrator just said, yeah? That they threw the game in the final. You as a player, you played this game from a child, from 7 years of age, and you get to a final, and you're going to throw that. You're mad. You're not doing that. I'm not doing that as a player. You're not going to make me do that. You can fucking cut me, blood, can't sack me. I don't give a fuck. As long as I know that I won this Super Bowl, I got my fucking ring. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do after that. That's a joke. No player is throwing a game.
The NFL that we know
no player's doing that.
Another theory comes from Colts star defensive lineman Bubba Smith, who claimed in his autobiography that the game was fixed by a bookmaker in New York and members of the NFL Players Association.
Did I not say that, brother? Yep.
With 5 minutes left in a 2014 divisional round matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and the Green Bay Packers, the Packers were holding on to a 25-21 lead. Facing a 4th and 2 from the Green Bay 32, Tony Romo found his wide receiver Dez Bryant streaking down the left sideline, and Bryant made a sensational leaping grab over the Green Bay defender Sam Shields right around the goal line. Green Bay challenged the catch.
That's a catch.
The call was overturned,
that's a catch.
Much to the surprise
that
of anyone watching the game. After being initially ruled a catch on the field and needing conclusive evidence to overturn the original call, it didn't seem like there was nearly enough to overturn it. Instead of first and goal from the 1, it was a Dallas turnover, and they went on to lose the game.
Bullshit.
3 years
That's a
after the
bullshit call.
incident,
That's a catch.
the NFL
Look, you got to
Competition
have it.
Committee
He's got it all the way down.
unanimously
Bang.
agreed that
Hits the
Dez
ground. The
did,
ball
in
takes it
fact,
out.
catch it.
The ground,
It's a
not the
phrase
player.
that will forever be tied to the legacy.
Joking. And again, this game here, yeah, I know Jerry Jones went nuts on that game there. That was definitely rigged because that catch there by Dez Bryant over Sam Sheen was a catch. As I said, I dissect and I watch every game. All those games you're bringing forth, I've watched them and dissected them, and I've called it out myself. So the narrator is clearly seeing the things that I see. You know what I'm saying? This, as I said, it's all about protecting the shield, man. You know what I mean?
Of Bryant and Romo at an everlasting running joke on social media. Super Bowl 36.
Yep.
The controversy involving Super Bowl 36 between the New England Patriots and the St. Louis Rams did not actually occur during the game. It happened leading up to it, as the Patriots allegedly taped a walkthrough practice conducted by the Rams. The Rams' offense, which was one of the greatest in NFL history, was held to just 17 points in the game, giving people even more reason to believe the Patriots knew a bit extra about the St. Louis playbook. When it looked like the Rams and Patriots were going to meet in another Super Bowl in Super Bowl 53, former Rams Hall of Fame running back Eric Dickerson said, "We want a rematch against the Patriots. We want them back again because they cheated us. They cheated us. They cheated us. They know they cheated us back in New Orleans. They watched our film, so we want some more of them." Another Hall of Fame running back for the Rams is just as salty about the incident. In 2013, 11 years after the game, Marshall Faulk said, "Am I over the loss? Yeah, I'm over the loss. But I'll never be over being cheated out of the Super Bowl. That's a different story."
He's playing the
Tuck Rule game.
Oh my God!
As much as Patriots
this
fans love the narrative that Roger Goodell and the NFL are out to get them, here they are again on this list, benefiting from additional aid. In a 2002 AFC divisional round matchup, the Oakland Raiders led the Pats 13-10 late in the fourth quarter. New England was driving when Oakland defensive back Charles Woodson hit Tom Brady, forcing him to drop the ball.
Fumbled the ball.
Raiders fell on the ball, and the play was initially ruled a fumble on the field, likely ending the game. The play was reviewed and overturned, as the officials cited a rule that nobody had ever heard of until that play, called the Tuck Rule. They determined that because Brady had been bringing the ball forward before attempting to bring it back down into his body, the play should be ruled as an incomplete pass. The Pats ended up winning the game and going on to win the Super Bowl.
So wait, them man there made up a new rule and no one said nothing.
For Tom Brady. Like the narrator was saying.
That's crazy.
The NFL, as the narrator was saying throughout the showing, the narrator said this: the NFL had one league and the AFL had the other side. Which is the AFL was Kansas City Chiefs and Oakland Raiders and now.
The
NFL do not like Oakland Raiders.
Blood.
Yeah, exactly, because they went to Vince McMahon to square it up to make it look like
taking off all the territories. That's how he got the one company together.
Right, so this is the same thing with the NFL. So the NFL and the AFL. So the NFL was going on like, boy, you guys are some upstarts. You man ain't saying nothing, but like the man say, they took the AFL was the New York Jets, the AFL Baltimore Colts, and all these people were in the AFL. So they want the AFL to look good, which is now called the AFC now, right? So with that, as I said, they rigged it that way. So because the Oakland Raiders, they had an owner named Al Davis. Their son's name is Mark Davis, who owns they're in Vegas, as you know. They never liked Al Davis. Al Davis was gangster, like pussy. I don't business back when I'm mad. This is why the players who played in Oakland are a different breed of players. You got some wicked dog man over there, brother. In today's climate, let's call it this. In today's climate, you got drug dealers, you got shotters, you got cartels, you got gunmen in your team. Those are your players. But you got players like that. But every Sunday, I don't give a fuck. Just come and win. That was his philosophy. Like, I don't give a fuck what you do. There's no when you come here on a Sunday, you win out, ball out, go get your money and go fuck off and go back and do what you've been doing. But they don't really care. But just know when you come here on a Sunday, their quarterback Ken Stabler back in the day, he reminds me of Kenny Rogers, the gambler. That's who Ken Stabler was, the Snake Stable, that man that beat Drink Bond. He was the first playboy of the NFL. Be a gal around him. I just come out on a Sunday, chop on, zip. When the game, And then NFL never liked that because they want to have this pristine looking, suit and tie. And now they was like, fuck that, I'm gangster up in this. Fuck you, man. I'll deal with you, man. Later. And they never liked him. They never liked Al Davis. Everything that what we're gonna do is, and Al Davis like, fuck that, I'm not doing that. Fuck, I'm not following you. You do what you're doing, I'm gonna do my thing. And you can't force me to do my thing. I'll do my thing. That's upset. Move later. So they never liked Oakland from that day, and they still got a bee in the bonnet for the Raiders. They got a bee in the bonnet for them. And it's that his son has the Raiders, because the Raiders as a team throughout history, as we spoke earlier on bar level, throughout history, they've taken the reject players, the players that clubs don't want. Oh, he's a problem. Oh, he's issues. This one's a mental case. That one's fucking cracked out. This one's fucking spacking up his wife. Oh, all those type of players. And like they went. So Dave's like, well, fuck him. You don't want to? I'll take them. So he was like, you guys come over here. You play. I don't care what you do in the weekday. You do whatever. You can be Marcus Rashford. Got out on a Tuesday night. Got your day of next day, boy, boss. I'm not coming. All right, cool. I understand. Cool. We'll see you when you come in. When you come in. But no, say there's a man playing for your spot, though, innit? You can have the day off, but say there's a man filling your spot still, innit? So that makes you think, wow, something. Boy, I love my life. I'm not gonna do that. So I'll get out my bed and like, boy, I'm gonna go in it. But you got the option. If you don't want to go in, you ain't gonna go in, innit? But they always know there's a man for your spot. So they were very welcoming. And the Baltimore Ravens are a bit like that too. They know the type of players they were, problematic players. This player, and they go to these clubs, and then the Raiders, they never like the Raiders. So this is why this rule here was never a rule in the NFL for 150 fucking years until Tom Brady. Again, they wanted Tom Brady to be the face of the NFL.
Yeah, straight.
You see where this all ties in now? You see how this all ties in now, Carl?
Yeah.
You see how this all ties in now? Protect the shield, fam. Yeah.
People still wonder whether or not that call would have been made for any other quarterback or franchise. Power outage in the Super Bowl.
Oh my God!
With the Baltimore Ravens leading the San Francisco 49ers,
I think I knew about this one.
Quarter, it seemed like Super Bowl 47 was about to be a blowout. Nothing could stop the
Ravens
that
blowout,
except for the lights going out. The power went out and the momentum shifted as the 49ers then went on a run to make the score 28-23. While league officials said it was a shoddy relay that caused the outage, Ravens players weren't buying it. Ray Lewis said, "You're a zillion-dollar company and your lights go out? No way." Now listen, if you grew up like I grew up, and you grew up in a household like I grew up, then sometimes your lights might go out because times get hard. I understand that. But you cannot tell me somebody wasn't sitting there and when they say the Ravens are about to blow them out, man, we better do something. Lewis's fellow linebacker, Terrell Suggs, agreed. He also said, I was like, Roger Goodell. He never stops. He always has something up his sleeve. He just couldn't let us have this one in a landslide, huh? I thought he had a hand in it. Most definitely he had a hand in it. Either way, Lewis, Suggs, and the Ravens got their rings as they went on to win the game 34-31. The failed
they won anyway.
Right, exactly. Because they won anyway. They won anyway. Like I said about the Baltimore Ravens, I'm glad that came up into the segment because, as I said, which ties into what happened in the championship game Sunday just gone. Which ties into what happened, what ties into the game, what just got played. They don't want fucking Lamar Jackson in the final, bro. They've done everything to sabotage that. Look what they just done to Baltimore Ravens and Niners. Because they knew that the Ravens weren't fucking around. Yeah, what man like Ray Lewis, Terrell Suggs, and those players that you just showed. The Niners were shit scared of those guys. They were that was Colin Kaepernick at the quarterback position, you know. And Kaepernick is a great athlete. He was a great athlete, Colin Kaepernick. He had a hard day. That man was on him. They was on him. You didn't see the big rascal hit that man was coming up with on him. They feared Ray Lewis, bro. Yeah, 3 man. I can definitely say in NFL history that when they walked into a pitch, every fucking player on the other side about fuck that. Oh shit. I don't want to get hit by this guy. Lawrence Taylor, Dick Butkus, and Ray Blood Clark Lewis. No, ask any Blood Clark player of any era who's the one player you don't want hitting you. They're all going to tell you last card. Lawrence Taylor, Dick Butkus, and Blood Clark, Ray Lewis. Every player in the NFL would tell you that in their era. Brother, there's stories about Ray Lewis, brother. That man, brother, that knows he's straight intimidation. As soon as you see him come out the tunnel, you're like, oh, fuck. Don't piss this guy off, man. Oh, fuck. It's Ray Lewis. Every back. You put up a collage of that man. Put up a collage of Ray Lewis and you see some of the most devastating, brutal, violent hits you see in the game. You're like, oh, shit. But he's taking man's collarbones out. He's taking man's Ross Clark chest plate out. This man cracks ribs in the way. Man, brother, you don't want to get hit by. Listen, a question came up, and the question was, I saw this on YouTube. They said, if the question came up, would you want to be run over by Derrick Henry, who's Tennessee Titans running back? He was Tennessee Titans, bruising running back, bruising. You don't want to tackle this guy, or get hit by Ray Lewis. Yeah, the man knows a brother. I'd rather take on Derrick Henry than take a hit from Ray Lewis. You hear players say it. Players say it, bro. These are game changers. Players say, bro, I don't want to get hit by that guy. I'm trying to avoid it. Players say straight, what passport? Ray was in the area. Zip me, God. Oh, God. Yeah.
Don't worry. We're going to go back to the rigs, but some Ray Lewis.
Look at this. Watch this. Boom. Don't play with him. Watch this. Boom. Off your brother.
Move him. Look at his helmet.
Holding his head. The man's holding his head, bro. Yeah? He hit him in his leg and he's holding his head. Right? Make that work. This is how fast pain travels. That shows you how fast pain travels. He hit him in his leg and he's holding his helmet.
He's holding his head. He's like, damn.
But listen, watch these hits this guy does. He's brutal. No guy wants to get hit by this guy. He's brutal. He's brutal. He's brutal. He's horribly brutal. I'll tell you. You see some of these guys here.
All right, let's get back.
And they cheat. Right, so go back to the read. So here's why they wanted to cheat the Baltimore Ravens.
In 2012, NFL referees participated in a lockout. Insert replacement officials, and one of the biggest officiating gaffes in not just
Stop
NFL
there, Carl.
history,
Stop there, Carl.
but
Stop there,
maybe
Carl.
in all of
Stop there, Carl. Did you hear what the narrator said? Did you hear what you just said? They had replacement refs. Replacement refs. So they're not the pro refs. They're replacement refs. Fred refs.
Like the
So
was there like a strike or something?
Yeah, some kind of strike, pay and all that sort of stuff.
Man come over the line, they cross the picket line thing.
What I was saying, because I was saying, like, because we had the same talk on bi-level about referees being professionally paid and being professional. This is your job. You're not going to be a school teacher. Come and do this part time.
Yeah,
work like that. This has to be your career. It's a job and a career. You're not doing those side shit. This is what you do. Yeah, and this is what I was saying to come. So they put the honest. Oh, come, let me ask you this. If the referees, the Premiership referees decided, well, we ain't getting up and they walk out, are they going to be really good at come with Rascal Hackney Marsh referees?
No, they're going to have to, they'll go and get championship, innit? Or they'll go and get their man from abroad. It wouldn't break down. They'll just go and get, they'll go on different.
But the Premiership, bro. You can't go outside the Premiership, bro. You can't go outside the Premiership. Or you can't go outside the country. Basically, you might go get off on the SPL.
If that's a rule, then they can't. But I don't know if that's a rule.
But I'm just saying for hypothetical.
Oh,
in a hypothetical sense.
Hypothetical. You can't go outside. If all the Premier League refs go, what do you do? Well, they don't. I don't think there's a thing called Premier League ref. I think they've just got referees, and then
that's the referees association.
You get promoted or you get demoted, innit? That's why.
Yeah, so that becomes under the referee association, yeah.
Yes, referee association.
So if the referee associations, that means that covers all the referees of all of the leagues.
Yeah. So really and truly, if they're gonna walk out, they all walk out. But it might be a department thing, like Premier League, Championship, lower division, and then conference.
Well, like I said. It's a Premiership.
I don't think if the Hackney Marshes refs go on strike, the Premier League ref go on strike.
Well,
I don't think it's that tight.
But come on, but it's all under one banner, fam. It's under the referee association. So that means whether it's blood clot Premiership to blood clot Hackney Marshes, they are all under the banner of the referees association.
Yeah, but I think it would be rather, if it's not individuals, then it's departments. So it'll be Premier League and this and that. Because like you see, like in Hollywood, the writers have gone on strike.
Yeah, so that means no movie can't make.
So no movie can't make. Every writer is sticking together. So nothing can go on. You get me? So, that is because that must be how they're built. Like when the trains go, it's not every train. It's a certain union.
Yes, right. Certain union.
It's not everyone. You can still catch a train, but certain man with this union, we're not working. You get me? And it depends on if that union has a lot of workers, like in underground or overground. Say if this union's got 90% of the drivers, we can make things shake. But if you've only got 40%, the 60% still come into work, innit? But yeah, all right, let's carry on. Let me press on.
Yeah.
Sports. In a Week 3 Monday Night Football contest between the Green Bay Packers and Seattle Seahawks, the game ended with a Hail Mary from Russell Wilson. He found his wide receiver Golden Tate in the end zone, or did he? One replacement official ruled touchdown, while another signaled touchback for an interception. All while it appeared Packer defensive back M.D. Jennings may have had possession of the ball. Additionally, Tate clearly pushed off to make the catch and should have been called for offensive pass interference. The officials conferred and ruled it a touchdown, giving the Seahawks the win in a play known as the Fail Mary, or the inaccurate reception. 2 days later, the NFL and NFL Referees Association announced they had reached an agreement to end the lockout.
Because they had all the referees on lock. Because it's not Premier League, innit? They ain't got levels to this. It's just NFL.
Yeah, but like you said, but they had replacement referees.
It's like if there was no championship, no League One, League Two, if there was nothing underneath and it was just Premier League, then the union would run the thing. Yeah, there'll be no games because there'll be no refs. They'd have to go and get barbershop man. You get me? Have to keep it funky.
Man coming out of dance,
this all-time embarrassing moment for the league brought the two parties together. If it means never seeing replacement referees in another game, I'm glad this happened. Sorry, Green Bay fans. Bottlegate. Usually the Cleveland Browns are the ones making their lives harder with poor draft choices or head coaching hires, but in this case, they got robbed by the officials. In 2001, the Browns were 6-6 and desperately needed a win against the Jacksonville Jaguars to keep their playoff hopes alive. After trailing 15-10 with just over a minute left in the game, Cleveland faced a 4th and 2 from the Jacksonville 12-yard line. Browns quarterback Tim Couch found his wide receiver Quincy Morgan across the middle for a short gain and a first down. It appeared Morgan may have dropped the ball, though, but Cleveland hurried to the line and spiked the ball. After the spike, the officials then decided to go back and review the 4th down play, even though another play had already taken place. The rules clearly state you cannot review a play after another one has occurred, but the refs did it anyway and saw Morgan drop the ball. They announced it would be Jacksonville's ball, essentially.
Yeah, I was about to say, it looked like it dropped to me, but it wasn't allowed to look at it in the first place, right? That's the reason.
Right. So this is what comes in this is what ties into the VAR team now. Now, when we have the VAR team, which I've been watching Africa Cup of Nations, and we've seen it in our own our Premiership and all that sort of stuff, we've been keeping a close eye on these things. Now, let's just say we've seen it already. I think we've seen it this season where a player got fouled, and the team went on to score. Now, and I was saying, let the play roll. Then we go back. Then we roll back. Now, the goal was eventually given because they made the play and they wanted to see if there was an incident that took place way down near the fucking semicircles, but the kickoff spot to see if there was any type of infringement. But a goal developed for the team, and the other team was screwing and complaining, saying, "Nah, you should have played. Go and have a look at the screen and all that sort of stuff." Now, we've seen referees say, "Fuck that! I'm not even looking at the ref." And then someone from upstairs, from wherever they are, say, "Listen, you better look. Go and have a look at the screen. Just to fucking call these players off here. Go, just go and have a look at it." And then we're saying, we know what it is already, but we want to hear what you've got to say about it. And this is what they're refereeing to do now. Well, this is what I'm saying. Look, boy, right about now, to me, that looked like a blood clot foul. That looked like this. That looked like that. And boy, that's what you see. Then give it. Then it's going to be a goal or not a goal. You know what I'm saying? So they go, even though the VAR takes long, but it's the same kind of thing. The same kind of thing. And He caught the ball. He usually caught. This is what I'm saying about the changing of the fucking rules, man. I'm protecting the shield. The ball.
He caught it, but when he went down, he let it go. It hit the floor.
Right. But his feet is on the ground.
From what they're saying, 5ive is, yeah, he dropped it, but they weren't allowed. They weren't allowed to look back at that video. That was the rule break there. So
yeah,
he should have got away with it. Is the point?
Yeah, but they got another place.
He caught it, then he dropped it, and they're saying, yeah, like Henri's handball.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. If they saw that on VAR and still gave the goal, that's bad manners. And then they go back and they see it, and they're like, "Oh, wait a minute, he did handball it, but you're not allowed to go back that far." At that time,
but you're right. There was no VAR. But the greatest thing was this: the honesty,
basically,
integrity.
It was a technicality. When people get off on a technicality, that's what they got off on. But they weren't allowed to have that technicality.
All right, but here's the technicality.
That's what the narrator said.
Here's a technicality. The fact that when Henri handled the ball, as I said, integrity and honesty, he owned up to it. But when we're talking about the other side of it all, now, like I said earlier in one of the bar levels, that France is a more of an attractive team than fucking Ireland in the World Cup. When Henri, Desailly, is an attractive call. Boy, they're going to generate more money. They're going to generate more eyes.
Right. Okay, so you're saying they pulled it back on the Browns because they're not attractive.
Right.
Okay. Fair enough. I hear you. Yeah.
Jacksonville just started out as well.
Yeah. I see you. Okay, cool.
And not making the playoffs since the team's return in 1999, the Browns fans did not handle this decision or action by the officials well. Some fans ran on the field in protest, and others threw bottles onto the field. They were so out of hand that the officials decided to call the game early, 48 seconds remaining, in a move that had never been done before in NFL history. After both teams departed the field, the league then made them come back and finish the game as Jacksonville kneeled the ball.
Really?
2014 NFC wildcard game. The Dez Caught It game actually may not have ever happened if it wasn't for this game, as the Cowboys had to beat the Detroit Lions in the wildcard game to face Green Bay in the divisional round. Looking to potentially ice the game, Detroit faced a 3rd and 1 from the Dallas 46-yard line with 8:25 remaining, holding a 20-17 lead. The Lions run a play action, and Matthew Stafford finds his tight end Brandon Pettigrew down the field, but he underthrows the ball, and Dallas linebacker Anthony Hitchens gets in Pettigrew's way as he attempts to turn and catch it. Hitchens made contact with the tight end and never turned his head around to look for the ball. So a flag for defensive pass interference was thrown and announced by the head referee Pete Morelli. Then Morelli made another announcement saying the flag was actually being picked up. Watching it live and seeing the replay, it seemed like clear defensive pass interference. So there was confusion as to what changed to make him pick up the flag. After the game, Morelli explained, the back judge threw his flag for defensive pass interference. We got other information from another official from a different angle that thought the contact was minimal and didn't warrant pass interference. He thought it was face guarding.
Stop there. You see what he just said there? He got another call from another official, which is the VAR. So that means there's someone up in the Rascal Tower or fucking in New York, right? Someone's in fucking New York making that fucking call. Oh, another official. Fuck off. That's passing interference. That was Detroit Lions against Dallas Cowboys. Yeah? Dallas was going to get eliminated. But Jerry Jones, as I spoke about with Jerry Jones, you know what I said about Jerry Jones? Dallas, America's team, protect the shield. You see how you're getting this now, right, Calm? You see how this is all tying in now? You see how this is all tying in? That was clearly defensive pass interference. But the fact that they pulled it, like the Betfred refs said they got a call from someone in New York who's sitting in front of the VAR machine saying, yo, you know what? Nah, fuck that, man. You know, it's Jerry, man. Jerry just called me and Jerry just told me, boy, if I give them the call, I got a job at the Cowboys. It goes that way. That was clear pass interference, bro. But Jerry's making the call, Calm. I'm telling you, brother, corruption. You said it earlier on in the earlier segment, and I said, Betfred refs is contagious. Did I not say that? Did I not say it? Am I lying?
It was strange.
Oh, that's one more.
Am I lying? Am I lying, Calm? Betfred ref is contagious. It's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
It's a disease, bro. It's everywhere. Every sport, bro.
Fred.
Karma. I see what karma. In one on another session, let's spare life. We've got to do one about corrupt officials. Do one about that in every sports. Find one of those. Corruption.
I think this one's finishing anyway.
To say the least, that the back judge was talked out of making the call because it seemed he had a good angle on the play. Additionally, replay showed that the defender grabbed the tight end before the ball got there, making it irrelevant that he was face guarding. The call completely changed the game as Dallas went on to win 24-20. I guess karma came knocking the next game, though, as Dez's catch was inexplicably ruled incomplete.
Ruled out. See? Yeah. See, Khan? So, like I said, that's why
do sign out. Do your thing.
Yeah. Like I said, that's why I'm very passionate about, as Carmen showed about the Betfred thing is being rigged. So you're just seeing it there for yourselves. 5ive-o jungle is another place. 587 TV. I hate that. Yeah.
What's up, people? Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel.